Happy Friday, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. We'll start with Bitcoin and Ethereum today. Then we'll review S&P 500, Nasdaq, and then we'll review all the major FANG stock and commodities. Please hit the like button, guys. I really appreciate that, and share this channel with friends and family. All right, so Bitcoin, this is how we are doing. You can see this downwards line, and we finally broke it. This was a fake out move here in I think late October, 28th October. Then we go back again. This was again fake out move, and then finally we're going higher. This is a regression line, and ideal area to buy is below this white line, this green area below, and then ideal area to sell is above this white line, which is the red area. And look where we are right now. You can see we are in the nice sell zone. You can see time and time again, whenever we come here, we touch these white lines, Bitcoin usually goes down. And if you look at percentage decline from top here to the bottom here, we went down 19% from top to bottom here. We went down 11.5% from here, top to bottom. We went down 10%. All right. And now we're again back in this ideal sell area. All right. Ideally, I would like it to go at least to this green line, which is neutral line, and that's around, right, say, let's say around 70K. So a nice drop would be very healthy from here to here, around 7.5%. And then the best area to buy would be this below white line, which is around 66K. Okay, and let's go to daily chart of Bitcoin and let's see how things are. So this is Bitcoin's daily chart. You can see we could be flagging here, just consolidating, because this was a very big move. And then you can see indicators are saying light green background, which is very, very overbought. Okay, whenever we get light green background, this is very overbought. Good news is green line is above red line, so that's always a good news, which I always want to see. And yeah, I think we it's a good time to take profits. Sure, it can go higher, okay, but ideally a pullback will be healthy, okay. It's way away from all these moving averages, okay. This is a massive breakout candle, and it needs time to consolidate. BTC futures, nothing else to add, so it's all same as BTC. Ethereum also, you can see nice breakout in front of this moving average 200, which is acting as a resistance. ETH futures had this gap which had to be filled around 3000, so they're going to fill today. So you can see all gaps definitely do get filled. It's just a matter of time. So they're going to fill this gap, and then after that, a massive gap is around 3900, which is going to take a while to fill. For that to happen, Bitcoin really needs to go maybe like 80, 90K for that to happen. Now, in the other side, there are gaps at the bottom. Let's not talk about that because that's too far away. Ethereum, there are no divergences. Price is going higher, PPO and RSI is going higher, so that's good. So again, Ethereum will follow whatever Bitcoin does, so just keep an eye on Bitcoin. All right, guys, that's for crypto. And now let's move to traditional market. Let me go to SPX cycle analysis. You can see I had to update cycle analysis a bit because cycles are now getting shortened. So I had to make an update here. I made this as a bottom, and now we're going higher. Now we are in this rising phase. Rising phase is ending 25th of November. So let's see. I just kind of drew this. This is just a guide. It can be here and there a little bit. So it looks like we're looking for a topping process and then a decline into late November, and then we're going to have a rally again here. All right, and that's where these two cycles are coming lower. So let's see how this thing works out. But again, this is a rising phase, and let's see how this thing works out. And I want to also show you this other regression chart on S&P 500. You can see we are right now touching the top line. Again, like I said on the Bitcoin, touching the top line is an ideal area to sell, and we just tested yesterday actually. And from here at minimum, I would like to see this drop to this neutral line, which is around not far, 1.57%. So, and then again on SPX, there are a couple of gaps here, right? You got to be careful. You can see on the daily chart all these gaps. So it's going higher. That's good news, but you can see it's going higher and creating all these gaps which are not filled. So they do get filled. 100% they will be filled. I just don't know when. So there's a gap here. So like from the top where we are right now, to fill this bottom gap is around 0.61%. That's like very easy. And then the bottom, this is election gap, is around 3.21%. That would be a nice area to buy again if that we get that. Okay, so I'm not saying we will fill now, but I'm saying is we will fill at some point. Where we are will have definitely a lower prices than where we are right now. So just keep that in mind and trade accordingly. And this is time to be very, very cautious. Lock in profits just because all the other indicators, like here, for example, they're showing you um, here, showing you they are in the area, perfect area to sell. Okay, RSI is also very, very overbought. Same thing with Nasdaq. Nasdaq actually went above this line. Okay, above this line, which is really, really crazy. And to go from where we are right now to neutral line is around 2.89%, and the bottom of the channel is around 5.72%. And on Nasdaq, the gaps are even higher. Like you can see, Nasdaq, the gap is around here, 20,800, and then the bottom gap is around 20,266. So doesn't really make any sense for me to buy here. I'm just gonna wait and watch, let market do its thing. It's down a little bit pre-market, but I'm looking for some major moves. Okay, so I'm looking for, so the first gap is around 1.4% away, second gap is around 4% away. So that would be an ideal area. If you get a 4% drop, that will be nice to buy back again, but who knows we're gonna get it or not. And also there's some support, so let's see what happens. But point is, I'm not going to look to buy here. Same thing on triple Q's, gap still 490s. Dow Jones, massive gap here around 422, and IWM Russell is massive gap around 224. So I don't know, there could be some news. You can see Russell breaking out, really needs to break fill this gap. This is unbelievable gap. Okay, so that's on these, and crude oil is in front of this massive resistance. Okay, this green red line now, again back testing. It can break down. There's a gap here around 69, so they could bring all the way down to this gap, or worst case, they can bring all the way back to mid 60s, and they can find support here. All right. CNQ, I'm keeping an eye. Ideally, I would like to buy here around 32. That will be a gift. So I'm just keeping an eye on CNQ. Let's see if I can somehow get this 6% drop. I don't think it's going to happen now. For that, crude oil really needs to go from where it is right now, where it closed yesterday, to around maybe 6%. Yeah, we'll go back to this zone here. That will be nice. So I don't know what will cause crude oil to go. So keeping an eye on CNQ because I want to stay away from tech stocks. Too high for me, all the tech stocks. Not interested at all. Toronto Stock Exchange, same thing, new highs, not interested. Hang Seng Index is coming down. Looks like a bear flag. Some news from China, interest rates or whatnot. And I think it's going to probably go down to 18K at some point. Okay, so other than that, natural gas is also consolidating. Could go for another pump in later part of November. So let's quickly review levels. Uh, okay, so just to show you, S&P 500 is near sell zone, now cooling down. Nasdaq near sell zone, Dow Jones near sell zone, and Russell 2000 also. Actually, it's in the neutral zone. Could go back later below as well. Crude oil is coming closer to buy zone. That's good. CNQ still a bit higher than where I want. Bitcoin still holding very nicely. Look to buy below this line, 74K. So let's see if we can get there sooner or later. And Hang Seng Index is in the buy zone. Okay, so China is in the buy zone as of right now. Natural gas is in the neutral zone, could go lower. Gold is after election victory going down, looking for more lower prices, to be honest. I want gold to buy around this area, which is around 2400. Okay, way higher for me. I don't want to touch gold here. Silver, same thing here. I would like silver to come to around 24, $28. Still way higher for me in the neutral zone right now. Copper is in the buy zone. Copper is consolidating and broke down, broke out, holding 50 EMA. Palladium is also, actually it's in the buy zone. Gave back all this rally again, getting an 8 count SPY signal. Sugar is in the neutral line right now. Let's see if it can go higher from here. Wheat is where I want this to go. I want wheat to break out from here. Okay, just perfect area to break out in a wedge. Let's see if it can finally do that. Corn is, wow, massive breakout on corn yesterday, and now above all moving averages. Finally, corn is bottomed. So that's good news. Dollar index DXY finding support, and if dollar bounces from here, guys, that's gonna be not good for gold. Okay, so just keep an eye on this. And in regards to FANG stocks, I don't know if there's anything to check because everything is high, right? Everything is like going high like crazy. Apple is in front of all the moving averages. Let's see if Apple has a gap up again. So I would really like Apple to go lower and fill this gap around 217 and then have some divergences. I don't see any divergence on this, so a bounce which can fail is going to be very healthy. Meta, Facebook, massive candle yesterday. Again, gaps. All these stocks are going up on a gap, right, guys? So Netflix, massive earnings gap. Microsoft has no gap, so but it's recovered very nicely. I said released a video. I don't know if you saw. I said Microsoft is a very good buy. Um, Google is again multiple gaps. All these tech stocks, massive gaps, going higher on a massive gap. So ideally, I would like some of these gaps to fill. I think NVDA will have a massive dump on earnings, and that could help Nasdaq to go down. AVGO, little cooling down. Tesla, massive gaps, guys. You think these gaps will not be filled? You will be fooled to think that these gaps will not be filled. Look to take profits as soon as you can. AMD has no gap. AMD is one of the ones which has no gap, but there's another gap around 134. Qualcomm after nice earnings again close red, which is crazy. But this market can do anything. MicroStrategy, multiple gaps, just going higher on gaps, creating multiple gaps. So again, be careful, guys. This market is trying to trick, and when it drops, it won't even let you breathe. It will just go down like a flash. VIX gap down yesterday. Actually, day before yesterday. This gap will be filled at some point, so keep that in mind. Now, there's also a gap around here, around 14.75. They're trying to fill that maybe today and then go higher later, but this gap will definitely be filled. And whenever that fills, it's gonna be a massive dump. So be careful. Okay, guys, hopefully this is helpful. I will talk to you later and have a good rest of the day. Bye.